Hello, y'all. Just coming here to talk some more. Uh, yeah, just want to talk about a few more things that I haven't really gone over yet. Um, so I'm gonna start with back to losing a child and or watching your child struggle or die. This is very hard, and they don't want you to fix anything per se. Well, probably, but mostly your child just wants to be heard. So just listen. Always be there. Listen to even the small things, because those small things will be huge things when they get older and they trust you. And no one wants to see their child suffer and or die. And I've experienced this, and it really does something to you. Not only does it wake you up, but it just, even just having a child is you're constantly changing as a person. Like if you have a child, you already know, you will die many times out of old ways. It's just that's what it does. It's constant breaking and transformation that comes with this. And it's crazy, but it's also very beautiful. So yeah, I just wanted to say a little bit about that, and obviously no one wants to see their child die. We're supposed to go before our children. So yeah, I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. Obviously my daughter passed away, so she's not here physically, but she's always with me in my heart. And I just know that we had a very strong bond, even though it was only for a short time. And then with my son, he's older now, 25, but we have a very strong bond. He tells me almost a little too much. I'm like, okay, bro, you don't have to be that open and honest with me. But he can confide in me, and he can come to me, and he can talk to me. So it's a really special, strong bond. So I don't know, I felt the need to talk a little bit about that. Now I'm gonna actually talk more about the body and physical pain, because I struggle with that. Speaking of, I need to sit up straight, push my shoulders back, but unclench your jaw. Just remind yourself, without judgment, why am I clenching my jaw? Because your body is a reflection of what you're feeling inside. So your body is gonna do what you are feeling inside. It's gonna show that on the outside. So I'm kind of in the process of actually retraining myself to since I was young, sit like this, hunched over, arms crossed, almost protecting myself from the world, things, trauma. It's definitely a trauma response in a sense, or just almost hiding yourself. So yeah, I'm really concentrating on sitting up straight, pushing my shoulders back and down. Make sure you're not clenching your jaw. Of course, I don't really do that much. I have in the past, but yeah. So I really had to I really had to start. Let me just move forward a little, get that sun. It's a little chilly on the porch, so I'm in a sweatshirt. Yeah, I've been, you know, there was a lot of physical abuse when I was a kid. So obviously that was hard on my body. Yeah, I was very danger prone as not even a young child, more like when I was like maybe 12 and older. Broke my pelvis when I was 12 sledding down a hill. Ran into a post. And that was a little later and stuff, but yeah. So I do have a lot of physical pain, and also I was a metal fabricator for about 17 years, and I had a really bad work accident back in 2009 where I had 13 fractures to my arms. I was machining a 40-foot rod. It's like I do these whole hydraulic assemblies. It was one of the things we did there at the shop. I actually really enjoyed it, but that was a crazy accident. I mean, that really like fucked my body up per se. So I had 13. I got metal plates in here, both arms. This hand is fused together, so it only works off of one joint. They went in and rebroke this, so I actually had like 2 surgeries each arm. But yeah, anyways, I was machining a rod. My shirt got caught, and I tried to like break free with my arms, and instead they just got kind of squished in, and my whole body went spinning around this rod. So it was like 3 times, and then they hit the off switch, but my boot came down, my heel of my boot came down, hit the on switch, and I got spun again. They unplugged it. So yeah, my arms were fucked. One looked like an S, and one was just like 2 huge bumps. I knew it was bad. So of course, there was some time off of work, work comp type stuff. That's neither here nor there. But yeah, so that really fucked my body up. And also, it was hard to go back and then, get over that trauma and actually do that specific job again, because I did do it again. So yeah, so that's just part of my accidents, but it's also about how you carry yourself. So that's why I'm constantly reminding myself to push my shoulders back and down, sit up straight. It's helping a lot. I have a lot of neck pain, and so obviously this was due to so much physical pain, but it's also very important for confidence, your nervous system, and regulation of the nervous system. That vagus nerve is a huge nervous system thing. Yeah, so yeah, so I've had a lot of injuries, and then also another thing I want to highlight is my many near unalive experiences. So I'm just gonna start from when I was little. Like, obviously my mom left me when I was real young, 3 years old. All I know is like she left me in a house. There was like flour strewn all over. So obviously there was like not a lot of food. So I was digging in the cupboards. So that right there, I mean, leaving a 3-year-old alone, I survived that. Like I always do. And then my dad, he was an alcoholic and very abusive. He got drunk, one night. This is just a specific story. Only highlighting it because of the near-death experiences and what I'm talking about here. When I was 7, he accused me of something really dumb. Anyway, like he made me take my clothes off, get in a cold shower while he swung like a butcher knife at me. So yeah, and they actually, people actually intervened, came over, and that's when he basically went away to prison for a few months. So yeah, and there was a lot of instances when I was little, like I was a crazy child for one. I know I was sucked under rapids underwater when I was maybe approximately like 6. Obviously here I am, survived that. I ran away a lot. I probably started when I was like 6 years old. I was not happy in where I was. I was not safe. It was not safe there. So I was trying to escape. I don't know, maybe trying to find someplace safe. It was hard. It was a scary childhood. Yeah, so a lot of running away. I ran away a lot. I remember them having to come look for me. One instance, I was like, I don't know, I would say, I don't even know, maybe 8. I don't even know how old I was, but I went to a friend's house and stood outside their window for, oh my god, it had to have been hours. Like I didn't have any concept of time because I didn't have a watch or a phone. This is back in the 80s. But yeah, so I didn't actually ask my friend. I never went in and asked them for help. I actually went to a stranger's house, had them bring me to the police department because I was afraid of my life. I had done something, broke something, and I just didn't want to go back home because I was afraid I was literally going to get beat to death. So yeah, many running away experiences. Luckily, it was a decent guy, and he brought me, to the police station and stuff and helped me. My dog followed me on that one. But then when I was age 10, I became a ward of the state. And that's like a whole nother storybook in itself. I went through some crazy shit as a teenager, especially with the running away. When I was 12, I was in this place called, it was a treatment center, St. Cloud Children's Home. And I was hitchhiking from there to Minneapolis. Luckily, it was a decent guy, and he convinced me to go back. But I am lucky too. Very lucky too. Could have been way worse. I mean, even when I was a kid, I've seen some, used to watch America's Most Wanted and stuff, and I knew that those things could happen, but of course, I didn't have much fear about it. But a lot of runaway experiences when I was a teen in a ward of the state. I just thought I knew better, so I'm gonna get the fuck out of here and go learn on my own. I don't need anyone. 16, when I was 16, I had a really intense experience. I'm not gonna go into all the details because it's neither here nor there. But there was definitely it was a very paranormal experience. These guys were up to no good. They were gonna snatch me, and I really feel that in my soul. this other guy randomly shows up, complete stranger. All I know is they saw him and they just looked at him, looked scared, and they just went to their car and went away. It was a very paranormal experience. Yeah, it could have been bad. There was a lot of bad shit going down. Like I was a teen, yeah, so a lot of runaways, a lot of getting into really almost scary situations, bad situations, because I had to, survive on the streets type thing. And then I'm just gonna fast forward to when I had my son, when I was 24. It was a hard birth. He got stuck for a while. Yeah, it was bad. They went to ask his dad, like, he may have to choose between our son or me, because we might not both make it. So, yeah, I nearly bled to death. Yeah, it was hard. It was another close call, And then back to there was some little things here and there, but back to like about my 30s when I was a metal fabricator and machining a 40-foot rod, which I think I already kind of explained about some stuff about that. But yeah, spun around the rod 3 times, arms crushed, 13 fractures, mini car accident. So what I'm trying to say here is, like, it's almost like if I'm observing this all, it's almost like I can't even die. I don't know how else to put it. I definitely have some protection that can't be seen in this reality, but I definitely feel I'm protected. I do feel like if I'm observing this, and that's why I can't just easily die. A lot of suicide attempts. Sad to say, but I was on the suicide attempts since I was little, especially as a teenager, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, but even as a young adult, there were a few times I really wanted to unalive myself, and obviously after I lost my daughter passed away. And another thing about my daughter passing away is my dad, also my brother. So I didn't get to meet him per se, but I had a younger brother. He was born before I was in my father and my stepmother's custody, and he passed away. And my dad did not take that well. I feel like that broke him, but not enough to where, like, he just kept drinking more, and I feel that's maybe why he was more abusive, had resentment towards me. I don't know. It's neither here nor there. That's his issue. He died when I was 15. But the reason I'm saying that is because, like, he lost a son and a child, and it's like he chose to not deal with that well. Go to alcohol, and be drunk and make some, bad decisions in life. So when I lost my daughter, or when she passed away, I was drinking before and a little bit during. It was rough. I was definitely in the bottle for some years. And so that's another thing I just want to explain is addiction, but that might have to be a whole nother video, just because I know that people we all have addictions, even to patterns, and things like that. Maybe not just even drugs or alcohol, but I've had many bouts with addiction, and so the drinking and then losing my daughter, it really opened my eyes, because I felt like, so this happened to my dad, and he didn't deal with that well. He turned to the alcohol, and just, his demons came out. It was all demon. There was no balance. I mean, don't get me wrong, I did love him. I love everyone. I love them all, but he was definitely not dealing with that well. So I had to make or I didn't have to, but I made the choice that I couldn't. So I did start drinking when I was with my ex, and I feel that did kind of give me the balls to stand up for myself on some things. He was very emotionally abusive to our son and stuff, so I had to take the brunt of a lot of that. And so with the alcohol, like, it did help me to get balls to stand up and like make a change and get out of there. But obviously, when my daughter died and things, and even before that, like, the alcohol was not serving me, and alcohol is just not good anyway, unless you're just an occasional drinker and you just, whatever. But if you're turning to alcohol because, like, you're in pain and you're suffering, that's something that needs to be looked at. That's a bit of addiction. Anyway, yeah, so I really do feel like I am a generational, like, curse breaker. I didn't feel it was a coincidence that my father lost a child and didn't deal with it well. I lost a child, and I needed to make a change. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. I would have off myself. I probably wouldn't be here because I seem to never die. But anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to touch on a few things, like the physical pain and the sitting up and stuff. That's huge for me because I have a lot of neck pain, have neck surgery. And then I had cancer in my cheek. They literally cut a huge hole in my face, like, it was deep. And so this is the surgery. I actually had, like, a cosmetic surgery to fix that. Otherwise, I would have a huge hole in my face. So that was another one that I didn't really talk about. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, just some things to think about, wanting people to know that, like, things can change. There's hope. You might have to go within. You might have to change what you're doing physically as well, because what we feel inside really does kind of come out in physical pain type ways. Like, I kind of have a thing I go on about, like, a lot of these pains are actually stuff that's going on inside of you, and they're actually coming out as physical pain because they are screaming to be dealt with. So it's just another way to see your shadows kind of coming out. And dang, this video has gone kind of long, so I'm gonna cut this here. I thank you all for watching. I thank you for liking. Just watching is huge. I really just, I hope this helps someone. That's my true intent, is just so that people know they're not alone. And yeah, I just want to help us all vibrate higher. I'm not vibrating in survival mode anymore, and I want others to know that you can go through a lot of fucked shit and still come out on top and change, for the better. Yeah, so I thank you, and y'all have a beautiful day. It's really nice. It was a little chilly, so I got a sweatshirt on out here, but yeah, hope y'all have a beautiful day. And again, I love you all. Thank you for watching. Let me know if this resonates or helps anyone, or if I'm just talking to this camera for the fucking fun of it. Anyway, all right, y'all have a beautiful day now.